Hi, Figgy again. You see how much luck I had, Nation Red? Yeah, no. That was horrible. Alright. Since apparently the rest of the zombie corps is doing all the other fight nights, I decided to do the original.
Hello! Hello everybody, Captain Falco here of the Zombie Corps. About to continue on with Resident Evil, the remake. Just thinking about you come over and join me.
That bag of chips will be my substitute.
Come over and join me before I clap you in the face like this. Get over here!
Chips.
Get over here!
Chips.
Get over here!
Chips will be your companion.
Get over here!
Alright, fine. Hold on.
What are we holding on for? Oh. What?
Nothing. There's literally no reason for me to wait.
Dick?
What?
Come on.
I told you, this bag of chips will be my substitute.
No, you're not. No.
Sour cream and onion.
I don't care.
Deliciousness.
But it's not. No. Stop it.
Bag of chips, what do you think? Oh. Alright, jeez.
Slapping you.
This bag of chips has more personality than I do.
No, it doesn't. Ah!
Oh my god.
Alright. This first. That's easy. Okay, good. Terry Jib, X Day, Clear starts in the state, then they get stars, like two embryos, each mutate set rules, excluding the tyrant, as well as tyrant. Good luck. Whatever the hell's over here. Dagger, okay. Queen. Okay. So this one goes here. Maybe I gotta move it over. Go. Or not. Right, okay. And I gotta go up here and take this one. But I need to turn off the light. Locked. No, I don't care what they're doing. Yeah, run back. God damn it! Over here, Dick. Now get out. Run back over here. Grab it. Yes. Cool. Alright, I have both of those. Although I only remember what to do with the yellow one. Don't remember what to do with the red one. What?
I don't remember what to do whatsoever.
The yellow one goes in the one that. Oh, wait. Should have put that. The other one goes in the hallway downstairs. It's the other side of the tiger. The red one. I don't remember.
Oh.
1, 5, 2, no way. Fuck that. Oh, hello.
So many colors.
It's a mansion, bro. So this one, yes. Blue and yellow. The yellow one. Put the red one in against the room and kills you.
Really?
Yep. Okay. That's step 1 of saving Chris. Shit.
Jesus, man.
What?
It was just up right behind me.
I didn't mean to. The camera changed angles. So it kind of like creeped me a little bit. I was trying to like whatever turn. You know. Movement. Okay. No. This is where I need to go, but unlock this door. I'm going in. But I don't remember what's really in here or not. There's this. Not the organ. A painting in the back of the art room. Yes, but it doesn't even matter at this point, because I don't have a key to that area. I guess. Do I even, like... Where does this go to? Oh. Just that room? There's two rooms, but I can't go... Can't go in one of them. I said to go to this first one. Can't go in the other room.
Oh. Dude.
There's this painting here. Oh wait, no, it's not here. It's in the other room next door. There's a painting in that room. You can't go through that door. Ah, yes. Okay, now I know what you do. With this, find that with that. Then that falls apart. And then you gotta put it into the umbrella symbol up here. Which I think goes like this. Okay, and then take this one. And that goes right here. Like that. Like that. This goes down the bottom here. Like that. That. Take this one, and there goes that piece. Fit.
Fiddly-dee?
Fit in the fucking hole! Damn it. It's really stupid. I don't remember ever having this big of a problem just fitting these things in the holes. Okay, now it fits in the hole. No, do not quit the puzzle. Stupid. Thank you. Now I have this. Which turns into a key. Thank you. I have a key. Cool. Now I get out of here. What?
Didn't realize how many puzzles I've done with these things.
What's wrong with the puzzles?
Nothing.
I like the puzzles.
Just didn't realize how many there were.
You've played this game.
Yeah. And then I quickly forgot.
Why?
I don't know.
How do you do those things to yourself?
I do not know.
Resident Evil 7 came out like right after it. Washed it all out. It was replaced with, instead of, oh look at all these puzzles, it was replaced with Ethan, so who builds this shit?
But many a times where it was just mold coming out of the corner of here and you're like, ah!
More so in VR.
Yeah.
Oh wait. What? What? What?
You were charging so down hard that oh wait now.
Because I just figured I'd go in here and what I'd save until if the danger went away. East Wing Storage Room.
Imagine living in a mansion like that.
Being confused after that? You know where all your shit is?
Really? More. More.
It's not.
What?
I heard that!
What?
I'm acting like I didn't hear it, I heard it!
Heard what?
Don't start.
It was a
The
chair.
doorknob's been repaired. Did not sound like a squeak.
Really?
Yeah.
It's one use only?
It's just for this door. There's the Spencer's family crest on it. Thank you. I need that. I'll take that. Take that. Running out of shotgun shells. Biology renaissance. Genetics to stagecraft. Woo!
Abracadabra.
Hey, how's it going?
I only have 3 fingers remaining.
Why?
One abracadabra.
Okay.
Stagecraft. Wasn't very good at this.
It's not.
Blew out 2 toes.
What? Blew out 2 toes?
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
Nothing.
Blew out 2 toes.
Turns out the chemicals that we're using are just.
Ah! I'll take the other way around. Trying to replace the crows with fucking hunters.
Ear juice.
Fear juice?
What the fuck is this?
It was a picture puzzle. It's already finished. It goes back to the graveyard. I know I can get around that this way. I know I can! So, I'm going to. This girl was fucking terrifying. Waste my precious shotgun ammo on those things. Not like that. Sadness. Okay, you should be able to put this middle object in one of these. What?
It's not necessary to use it.
But it's right there. Ah, crap. Alright, never mind.
It's not necessary.
Shut up, that's not the problem.
What's the problem?
The problem is that it needs a wood backing, it doesn't have it. I need to find it. Now it's time to leave the mansion again and go down to the underground.
So the zombie raid is being held.
There's no... What are you talking about zombie raves? No zombie rave. Zombie rave with the DJs making 5 seconds the freaks come out.
Yes.
Zombies start getting viciously aggressive.
What will they do? Sort of mosh pit.
Constantly.
Yeah.
That's all zombies do is mosh pit constantly.
Except even more so aggressive.
I mean, okay. That's what you think. So hey, what do I know? I haven't played this game 100 million times. Okay. Battery. Give me that crank. Zap. 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 What the hell?
What?
Why does your head explode? Say
That-
Fallout,
Who's that?
but it's not Fallout like
Who the fuck cares?
I
Zap
do.
me in my head full.
But it's not that type of zap. What's wrong with you? I mean so. I never said your head was gonna explode. Why?
I don't know.
This is correct, sir. Now I feel betrayed.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
No, it's not a good thing. Sick bastard. Alright, I gotta do this stupid thing here, run over this thing, and then go downstairs, and go put the thing in, and then come back up, and then crank the thing. Don't start.
Oh! Oh my good thumb.
I know. You're good thumb. You're good thumb? What's wrong with the other thumb?
It's not as good.
Why?
What's the thing?
I'd like to know why.
This is my demon thing.
But you use both thumbs to game nowadays.
Yeah, but I mean, this is my moving thumb, and this is the thumb that I do the things with.
The things.
All the things.
Except for moving.
Yeah, what is it?
What?
They're both my gaming
No,
thumbs,
stop.
But this one's better.
No, how?
Because this is my favorite thumb.
That's not better than, that's just favorite. It's different. Why are we having a discussion about your thumbs?
Because you broke it.
Yeah, but you're like, it's my good thumb, my gaming thumb. Gaming thumb out of my face.
Then I can do this.
Don't do it. Don't do it. You're
I
gonna
already
regret
did.
your life choices in a second.
I already did.
No, you didn't. You will. You will very soon, though.
There's been a point in time since I was like 10.
No, not like that. I don't mean like that. The waterfall has stopped. care. Let's find out. Trapped you in the morgue for 14 hours. No?
What the fuck?
Whoa. Did you see that?
No.
Her foot wasn't all the way on, so her leg kind of was like, it's like you gone on the elevator and the sides don't move, it's just the bottom, right? So your back of your leg goes in and then just hit your ass, and you're like, ass is like, chill, ass of steel, didn't feel a thing.
We'll go back up and then, like, the edge of the circle is just like cracks and shit. It's like, some of it is gone.
Crispy like.
Don't hurt Steven.
Steve?
Yes.
That's your thumb has a name and it's Steve.
Yes.
So if I break it, we'll be like,
I know.
This needs a crank, but I think it needs the other crank. Yeah, okay.
If you break it, it'll be like, ooh.
It's a hexagon, this is a square. Yeah, I need the other crank. That'd be oof.
Is it Steve?
But I'm talking about the other Steve.
No, that's this one.
They're both, your thumbs are named Steve.
Yes, but they're two different Steves.
No, you've gone too far now. No, it's not worth it. I'm killing both Steves.
Why?
Ah! Give me the other one.
Oh.
Give me the other one.
No.
I'll take something just as precious as your thumb.
No.
Come here.
Oh. Don't you take my skin tag?
Alright. What? Your skin tag? That's as precious as your thumb?
No, but it's just as annoying.
I'm scared now. What the fuck?
This chip is my only consolation.
Why? We go through this door now, and then no, stop it. Just stop. Oh. I don't remember exactly where the hell I am or what I'm doing. Oh, it's a large boulder with bloodstains beneath the boulder. Is that what it said?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Indiana, freaking John.
It's fucked up. This is a door.
Indiana, freaking Jones.
I'm gonna lay on the floor, really? Come on.
Just for like a second. Give me a second.
Ugh.
Indiana, freaking Jones.
That is not how that goes, and it is not even
Going places, melting fish, saving the world.
What the fuck?
I didn't come up with that. Somebody came up with that in Newgrounds in 2006.
It means it's obsolete and doesn't need to be talked about anymore. A handgun magazine here, and I ain't even carrying a handgun anymore.
It's always good to carry extra ammo.
I know, I'm just not even
Not
carrying.
for
I'm
the
just.
gun you don't use it.
That's what I mean. God damn it. Maybe I should carry the handgun right now. I'm running out of shotgun rounds. The shotguns are doing all the lifting right now.
Is that you, Jill?
What the hell would you know? Just by
That
my
voice
boots.
Enrico's?
Yeah?
You're alive.
You
Stop!
didn't see me yet.
Are you with anybody, Jill?
No, but why?
The stars are finished. Someone is a traitor. Umbrella set us up.
Enrico! Traitor? Who?
There's the other crank. What did you say?
So it's probably Carlos.
Carlos? Who's Carlos?
Oh no, that's included.
Yeah! You, what the fuck?
It was definitely Carlos.
What the fuck? Oh, Jesus Christ. How the fuck did you just get Carlos out of thin air? They're like Carlos in Resident Evil.
Does it make sense?
How?
I don't know.
In what plane of existence?
The same plane of existence that Metal Gear Survive exists on.
No, that's a whole nother fucked up area. That's something else.
Yeah.
You know that guy? No. You know that guy who was on YouTube? Who makes those conspiracy videos like he used to? He was quiet. Twisting whatever his name is. He's got a new one now.
Really?
Yeah.
What is it?
Well, first of all, like 5 minutes ago, he started pumping that Gray Fox is still Venom somehow. But now he's pumping freaking that thing that's going on right now with Miller's voice actor and David Hayter.
The Knockin' Downs?
Yes, and David Hayter. Like the thing that's they're talking back and forth, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like a new Metal Gear game being made by Kojima. No, don't go back down. Why? Why you gotta leave me like this? Why you gotta go on the floor? I'm gonna ban you from my floor.
These nano machines are turning the freaking frogs gay.
That's not what?
Conspiracy theory, man.
Well, he's been the king of those for a while. At least when it comes to Metal Gear.
That's just, it doesn't make sense though.
I know.
None of it makes sense.
I know.
Kojima's nowhere near Konami right now. Konami owns the Metal Gear property.
I'm aware. I don't believe any of it, and I don't think it should exist next to each other. The theory makes no sense right now, but he's apparently like, I don't know.
Fuck a book.
Thank God you're alive, Joe.
The Jill stare into the eye of Mara.
Damn it, I should go back and get the shot. The only reason I picked up the handgun with me is I was running lower and rolling on shotgun ammo. But I know what comes next. And yeah, I'm gonna go get the shotgun again. I know I have the grenade launcher if I really need to like get a panic button, but I don't know.
Panic! Your floor is comfy.
I'm gonna ban you from my floor.
Oh.
And get up.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, come on. Stop making. What?
I could dip down there, but no.
Stop making love to my floor.
No.
That is not. I wasn't asking. It's not a question or a response. That was a telling.
Oh, that's what you're
Yeah.
talking
It's a bit different here. Oh. No. Aim at the spider.
about.
Yeah, but this is the big one.
Ooh.
That's a little one.
Well,
Okay.
Good attack.
Really?
Oh no, it's only a little baby
Oh,
spider.
shit. Yes, I have to pick up another survival knife in order to get the hell out of here. I can't remember if there's anything else in here. I don't think so. Oh god, I need to hurry.
Run.
I am! This is exactly what I'm doing.
So much easier instead. And you got flame hands.
Map of the courtyard. Yes, I will take it. That way, that way, that way. And luckily I didn't get poisoned. Don't remember exactly what's forward, but so this nowhere. Oh right. No.
Turn it on.
Yeah, turn it down. Weird pressure plate holders, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right. God damn it.
Mhm.
No, don't run up, don't run on the thing in the middle of the room. I don't need to turn right now. Okay. I need you to move more than that, though. Really, I gotta move you off and push you back on?
Yeah.
I remember there being an easier way to this.
You're not doing this. Come on.
that may or may not be where it's bought. Maybe I'll show you more. Just almost.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Get that.
We're looking for a donut?
It's not a donut.
Cylinder.
It ain't a donut. It's important, you jackass.
Jesus.
Comes back. Comes back to bite you. Not just destroy you. It doesn't bite. You know what I mean? Do this grand adventure. At least the big ones did. Eat. Gotta be, you know, top shape. You can fight zombies and giant spiders and
Giant sharks.
giant sharks,
Giant snakes.
giant snakes,
Giant ladies.
giant ladies. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's
One giant lady.
one giant lady. Just the one. Just the one giant lady.
And one giant guy with a giant fin out for his hand.
What?
No, it's happening too.
What are you talking about?
The tyrant.
There's a tyrant in this one's at the very end, but which one are you talking about? I mean, what specific tyrant?
Oh, never mind. I'm getting
You're getting Krauser confused with
He
the
has a
tyrant?
weird like
That's
fin
not
hand
even
thing.
like. It's like not even. Like, no. Four, 2, 3, 1. 4, 2, 3, 1. Oh. But Krauser? It's like 3. It's like 4. Counting this one, 4 Resident Evils away.
Yeah.
This one, second one, third one, Code Veronica. Then you get to that. It was 5. Realistic. How? How'd you miss all these tyrants in the middle?
I'm not very smart.
Don't tell me that. I know you're smarter than that. Don't act like that. I know you're smart. Don't act like you don't.
Sometimes I'm not.
You're smart. Trust me.
Sometimes I believe.
But that's not being dumb. That's just being like, just for a moment you lapse at consciousness. I've done it.
I am not too confident.
In what regard?
I am so deep.
How?
I don't know, I'm just tired.
You tired?
Yeah, I'm working.
Don't be mad. Get glad.
I'm not getting good.
Why not?
Because, I don't know. Wait, what do you glad?
Alright. 4, 2, 3, 1.
Kick it.
Series of flashing buttons. 4, 2, 3, 1. Yay, power has been restored, and here's the big giant elevator thing.
But just in general.
Because,
It's like a giant centipede on Zero.
yeah,
Jill!
There's a lot of mutations
Barry?
making bigger.
Thank God you're safe.
You too, Jill.
Did it make my penis
A
big?
noise I heard brought me
It
down
made
here.
Jill's ass pretty nice, but
Didn't
I don't know
expect to
about your
find a
penis,
place
I don't
like
think
this.
It's that sophisticated.
You have any idea as to what might be at the bottom?
Nope, but we're going anyway.
There's only one way to find out.
Underground zombie raid.
I don't see anything. Because he's just peering over the side. I don't see anything. Jill. It is not PS2. This is a PS4.
Did you come up with PS2?
What the hell?
Well,
is
it came
that
out with the
sound?
GameCube. And then it got
Could be
re-put
the
out
version.
for the 360 and for the PS3.
Jill,
and then it got
go
re-put
check
out
it
again
out.
for the Xbox One. And
We had enough
The PS4.
surprises for one day. I'll stay here and secure our escape route in case something happens.
Okay,
that might be why. Like, the graphics look okay, but they don't look perfect because it's just a HD remaster of a GameCube game. It's HD remaster of a PS3. That was an HD remaster of a GameCube game. Is there anything over here, Barry?
Which is a remake of the PS1 game.
Oh yeah. Thing. Right, but it's a full remake of a PS1 game, not just a HD remaster.
Imagine that the PS1 doesn't exist.
Yeah, man, yeah. Oh, that's right. Okay, this is the second part. I can't do that part yet. I have to do the first part first, then do the second part. Okay. I got this down here. Can I talk to you?
I'll stay and secure our escape route.
Alright, Barry. Don't take orders from someone secretive and leave me down here to die alone.
What?
Fuck. Oh, shit!
Oh, there it is.
Okay. We need... There we go. I do not need to deal with her right now. Bad mojo. Okay.
Can't take the shovel?
For what? I'm gonna do beer with a shovel?
Night stuff.
Night stuff.
Yes.
With a shovel.
Yeah.
How?
It can be a shovel.
No, now you ruined it. I'm gonna break your thumb.
Oh.
Here you go. Come here.
Oh no, wait! No, that's. Ah!
It's not the right screen. That's not what it is. Me has to be placed correctly. It's placed correctly. That's a bit too far. Apparently not. Perfectly fine. Looks like my shotgun going. Is there anything else in here?
I guess since it's jail, she would be a shield knight.
Shield Knight?
Yes.
Why?
Shield knight's a girl.
Okay.
Shovel knight's a girl. I guess that makes Chris Shovel Knight.
Yeah. Where are you, Lisa? What's she like? Come on, do it! I don't have to hurt you. That's why I'm not gonna, I'm just running. I'm out.
Wasting your ammo.
Not at this point. Because what I have to do is I have to go break that box that I just put on the thing. And Barry leaves me. See?
Barry!
Told you. This is exactly what I told you. Exactly what I told you not to do. What a dick. I told him not to listen to somebody from behind the scenes and leave me down here to die alone.
But he did.
Which Resident Evil's your favorite? Okay, now crushing units. Wonderful.
7.
7 is your favorite. Really? Okay. Admirable choice. Mine. What?
A and B.
A and B what?
Cancer.
Well, it doesn't matter. It's broken.
She's really fucked it up.
Well, I don't need it to work. I just need it to be that size and weight. So. Shite. I don't know.
I think I'm on.
Where?
Right there. No.
Where?
Oh no, wait, never mind. It's just a hole in the Oh no, wait, it is.
Oh, it's a pistol ammo. Alright. Okay. You go in here with all the water effects. I was kind of like, it's just shining water in a hole. Never mind. Alright, Lisa. Might actually have to hit you once. Or twice.
Maybe 3 times if you fuck it up.
I guess if I was to pick, I would probably say, where are you? Bitch, where are you at? Oh, never mind. There it is. Probably Resident Evil 2. Yeah. A lot of people think that one's... a lot of people like that one the best, along with 4. Like, those 2 are like the most popular ones. I really like it for a lot of reasons. One, because it was the first Resident Evil I was able to complete without any help. Like, the very first Resident Evil I did... Oh, no! No need for poison today! The very first Resident Evil I did was the first one. But there's a specific part I got stuck on that I couldn't get by. I couldn't pass until much later when oh, this isn't there. There it is. There's a stupid stone ring. Jessica administered a virus and a negative. Lisa, which virus? Positive delayed fusion. George terminated. If the shot they gave me, I don't see Mom. Where did they take her? Leave alone. We ate together. I was very happy, but she was fake, not real Mom. Same face, different inside. I didn't find Mom. I had to give face back to Mom. Got Mom's face back. Nobody can have Mom except me. She had your face to me, so she didn't go away. Because Mom's sad when I meet her without her face. Sent to Mommy. There's a stone box, hard steel, against the enemies of 4 stones. Yep. Okay. What's up, Eric? How's it going, man? I see you again. Wait. No. The other way? I don't remember. Oh, this is herbs and stuff. Barrels contain what looks like water. I don't need those, though. We're good, okay. How you doing, Eric? Alright. So now we climb up. Yeah, Resident Evil 2 is probably my favorite. Followed by 4. Followed by 7. And then it gets really close on like, okay, they're all pretty close, like next to each other. Like 4 and 2 are really close to each other, and so is 7, realistically. And there's kind of a gap, but not that big of a gap. As then that's right, I can save here if I wanted to. Did I save here? I don't know. I don't know. Nah, I'll save when I get back. No, I'm gonna save. Yeah, I'm saving it. I don't have to go through all that again. In case I like weirdly die in the woods. Anyways. So after 7, like right up next to each other was like Resident Evil 3, Resident Evil Revelations 2, 5, 1, specifically this remake. I think the first one was good too, but obviously it's definitely failed in comparison to this. Although, it would have been nice to have the new controls. And then Revelations 1, and then I'm missing like what, Code Veronica, which was good, but they had a weird thing. A lot of weird things to it too. But Code Veronica was pretty good. They're all really good. There aren't like too many Resident Evils that I hate. The ones I really don't like are freaking Dead Aim and damn, what was the other one? Dead Aim and something else. Those are the only two I don't really like. It's another crappy Resident Evil. I don't know. Which one you don't like at all? Or like the least? Yeah, which Resident Evil do you like the least? You had to pick one that you didn't like that much. What would it be?
The least.
Yeah, the least.
I would have to go with 6.
Really?
Yeah, because I mean it's fun, it's good, but compared to all the other Resident Evils, it's just all over the fucking place.
Okay, I hate Dead Aim so much more than 6. Dead Aim can suck a white nut.
I haven't played it. So.
I get it. I think I need to take this back, don't I? Yeah. And there it is. Alright. Say goodbye to the mansion, people.
Bye.
We're not gonna come back.
Such a...
Alright, that hallway's scary. Well, before I do that... Shit, I don't remember... Oh, but I don't have 2 spots open. Regardless. Okay. Do one more time. But I need to take the wolf. fuel node now, but I don't know if I have access to the box afterwards. Before I get there, I don't remember. Son of a bitch. I don't know if I need to take him with me, or if I can come. If I can, like. Damn it. Well, screw it. I'll go put the crest in and come back for him. I guess. I'm gonna take that with me too, because that might be. Might or may not. It may or may not be necessary. I don't know. Okay, first things first. Put the crest in the holes. Not that way. That's the scary way. That's the scary way. I'm still trying to remember what the other copy of Resident Evil was. There's only two Resident Evils at all. Now 6 is near the bottom. It's still not the one I hate the least. I mean, the one I like the least. I don't remember. It's in somewhere, but I don't remember. Okay, there. I get this weird feeling of this box, like right here. I could be wrong with it. There's a typewriter here. Oh, there is a box. Okay. Well, that's fine. I can come. No, maybe I should grab them now then. It's a box. It's not the box though. Damn, I saw her grab air. I don't think I'll need the rounds. No, I won't need it. Not yet.
At least not the incendiary one.
That's trippy. Show's freaking out of the light and almost like
Yeah, underground party ring.
This is definitely not an underground rave. Definitely not a rave, bro.
Let's go. Mosh pit. Gathering of Rados and Freaks.
Freaks come out. Well.
Defiling corpses.
Jill,
Oh, I wasn't defiling
You're
a
alive.
corpse.
I was worried because I thought you were...
I'm gonna defile your corpse too.
Start talking.
Calm down. I didn't want to do it. Believe me, I can explain.
Don't lie to me!
If I was Barry, I would have been like, Jill, if you can expertly shoot that thing and actually in the face without breaking your arm off for having the gun go flying. One hand.
No time to talk. Jill, hand me my gun.
Yeah, take the gun.
Thanks, Jill.
There. Woo! No!
Oh boy.
Barry? Oh! Thank you, Barry!
The other way.
Oh my god. Don't jump. Berry. Didn't even need a fire shot. Peace.
What the fuck?
And then after all this, like, Jill should be like, Barry, what the fuck is going on? But instead, it's just...
I don't believe that thing's really dead. Leave this place up to me and go on ahead.
Okay.
Come on, Jill.
Okay.
Come on, Jill. Come on,
I
baby.
understand trusting him
Come on.
when you know your life is on the line, but after that, you're like, what?
Yeah. Like, I love Jill, but come on. Come on now. More ground guard won't budge. That is to the heliport. Alright. Oh, it's just the eagle one on that side. Oh, this is the eagle one. Okay, trip with the wolf one.
Caw.
It's an eagle. Caw! Like how your thing is just a call louder. It's a screech, like a...
Vork.
That is
Vork.
not for the wolf.
Vork.
You want to hear My bad.
Oh, fuck.
It's the when you kill a dog and it does the slow motion and like the Fallout 3 or 4.
In bats.
Don't even have to be in bats, bro. It can just be one of the sweet shot like hits. A little slower. It'll work with coyotes too. They're just slightly different, but not different enough. Where the magic happens. Like it's Disney. Reads will not open unless in first class emergency. Or if you have like a big master key. Depends on what ending you're getting.
Really?
Yeah.
There's a master key?
Yeah, Wesker has it.
Oh. I thought it was like an attachment.
No, pick up the ink ribbon. Damn it, Jill. Like Jill badass. Like I picture because of stuff like that is Jill badass. Handle shotguns, magnums, like all this stuff, destroying things. And then it's like Chris looking at her. He's like ooh, and it gets up to her face and she's like her eyes crossed, and you're like,
Just a little bit.
At least with this one.
Yeah.
In 3, she's like fucking sharp. She's like, bitch. But this one, she's like, she's a bit nervy.
Just in this.
Yeah, just did this one. Okay,
Wait, you have a magnum revolver?
yes, I do.
Magnum that? Oh, wait, only got 6.
It's a, well, yeah, it's a revolver. What? What?
I don't know. I don't know what I'm thinking.
Apparently not.
I'm not even sure I'm thinking.
You're thinking. You're going places. You're not going, not college, but places. Let's see. I'm almost thinking of taking this down here because there's zombies, and if I use the incinerator, I don't have to light them. I don't have to light them on fire. Yeah, this is the assault shotgun. This is the more powerful, has better capacity. And the other one's like the regular shotgun. This is the one I took off of Richard. Guy got bit by the snake and pushed me out of the way, so he would die by the snake. The snake was his one and true love. Maybe I can blow his head off. If not, I'm gonna come back and burn that body. Oh. Really? Don't have to worry about him. You, however, bitch. No, alright. I guess I should go replace it with the freaking handgun. I have plenty of bullets. Ow. First, burn the body. Thank you. No big deal.
I think I saw him turn.
He lit on fire. He ain't turning into a
Saw a little hint of red.
Yeah, it was fire. What? What?
Huh?
What did you say to me?
Huh?
Don't start. Think you all big and bad and talk about fire. Take the air. This ammo just sits out there. Like nothing, no big deal. The other two you actually have to like go get. And now I want to go back to the box and put the stupid ammo in. If I knew that, I would have done that. Would not burn the body. Decent amount back and forth in these games. You want to break that thumb again? I'll do it. I'll break Steve.
Who's doing the bubble?
Sure you were.
Ah!
The only solution to violence is what?
More violence?
No.
Passive aggressive violence?
No.
Sexual violence?
Oh, no.
Violence?
Hexagonal, achy breaky heart damage.
Shit.
Hot. Well, that one took care of itself. Magnet rounds. It's just bodies here. Cadavers. H-backs. They're basically cold kind crimson heads. Yeah. Trying to freeze the specimen and find the body inside the basement of the backyard cemetery. Well. Log in. I should know this. but I do. Oh wait. John, the password is Ada. Damn it. Oh, that's right, I need a different password for that damn door. I don't remember what that one is. I think I need to go to the room I just unlocked in order to figure out the password for that door. That's locked, right? This is also locked. It's power. The door I just unlocked. Flame rounds. Shit. I need to go drop some of this stuff off. Oh. Well. No. No again. Alright. That's confidential. Okay. Rave. I have the searches of the famous he was died or reported most of all surprised the accident are showing symptoms. They've been completely eradicated. Search. The most suspicious running loose instead of combat. Unfortunate. So this are the shown ritual come from, yeah. No. Just can't do it yet. Think. Alright, hold on. I need to go. Are you gonna transfer those ammo? Because the ammo discs to those specific game cubes. This is what they look like. I don't know if you noticed that or not. So I guess I could do one of them right now. Oh yeah, there's that door right there. I don't remember exactly what's in that door.
It has exactly 2 crimson heads, 1 hunter, and Terry Crews.
What? The door? Why?
Oh.
Why is Terry Crews in there? Say that louder. They can't hear you.
Because he's looking for freaking T-Virus power!
I mean, okay. You say so. I'm just gonna carry the grenade launcher right now. So, Terraku's just turning into a pirate?
Terraku's used
But he's not a biological, like, hazard.
No?
You turn into a tyrant.
Huh. What is it?
Just without the top part, that's all. I don't need that yet. Not even sure if I needed that yet. Right. To use the electronic door, place the image in alphabetic order. Yeah. There's the colon, esophagus, liver, lungs.
Sad.
My dearest Ada. And it is the same Ada. Oh. Alright, let me go back. The computer. Cell is the other password. Move! Move! Thank you. Unlocked. Ooh. Why Jill having to open up electronic doors inside the morgue? Nothing like that, you know. Okay. There's the last ammo disc.
Good.
Yeah, my organization weapon. Official report. Cerberus. Neptune. Hunter. Tyrant. Or Organic Weapons Research Group. Development staff.
Wearing shades indoors.
Wesker wears shades everywhere. But what I find funny is that, okay, if this is the Bioorganic Weapons Research Group, is one of these supposed to be Birkin too? And is that Annette Birkin? And what's this guy over here? He almost looks like a sad. I mean, is that Birkin?
No, that's not Birkin. That's a
Looks like Harrison Ford. Just sort of.
like porn actor Harrison
The
Ford.
porn actor Harrison Ford, and up front is Mark Ruffalo with glasses. Right?
Young Mark Ruffalo.
Young Mark Ruffalo with glasses. And I don't know who the fuck the one between Wesker and young Mark Ruffalo is. But I don't know.
Jesus.
I'm thinking Paul Rudd. Just cause. You do this again and then you get the, because I put the film where it's 8462. There, over here. Over here. 4, 6, 7. What? Security protocols. For deck use only. Stream doesn't play the event of emergency. That's airport entry is prohibited unless accompanied by consultant search or chief of security. Unauthorized persons entering the heliport will be shot on site. Data room for special research use only. All in the visual data room. Keith Irving. Prison sanitation controls used in prison. At least one consultant researcher E. Smith, S. Ross, A. Wesker will be present. Virus. Triple lock door. Fire room. Access. Progress Tyrant. After administration T-virus. After administration T-virus, the person turns into a legit doctor and can't read. Fuck this. Laboratory key.
Auditor.
Some sort of editing equipment. You can this film.
Get away from me! No! Hey! No!
Cool. Cool beans. Anyone else in here? I could have sworn there was a. God damn it! Oh, at least I remember that. I could have sworn there was like an ammo disc reader thing in here. But I got an ammo disc in here, so maybe it's the ammo disc and not the reader. I gotta go find the reader. I got the power symbol on it. Key for the power area. Oh crap. That.
Crimson Head!
Unlock this one first. Then unlock this one. No, I don't need it. Discard. Go in here. Because I think there's an ammo disc thing in here. What?
You think there's sentimental about it.
Why?
Something nothing around me. It looks...
Is that shotgun rounds?
Yeah.
God damn it. I'm in here. I'm sorry? Where am I? Oh, fuck you! Forgot about your ass!
What are those things?
Ooh! That? Basically like cockroaches mixed with humans, sort of, kind of thing going on. Here's the other one. Here's another one. There's those. In the middle one. Can't hurt. I don't really. That. In the ear. Also gross, but on a different reason. Where I was right now, here, it's rusted shut. You can't get out. Like, when I went through the, like, hole in the top.
Jeez.
Cool. I need to remember where the hell the last ammo reader is. Nope.
We're at the lab lounge.
Do you remember where all that shotgun ammo was?
Yes.
Where is it?
Over by the projector.
There was a second part though. Wasn't there another part of shotgun ammo? Other than the one directly behind me?
The one on the one room we just came out of?
There's shotgun ammo in there?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna put away acid rounds.
Yes.
I
BDs.
need to find out where that goes. I can't remember.
What goes?
The last demo disc. I remember where that goes. I may have you look it up. If I can find it. Not yet. Just near the Okay. Shotgun ammo in here? Oh, right, okay. guess we give it a touch your wings right here. Never saw that response before. Alright, look at Blast on one spot. Just so I know. I haven't like weirdly missed it or something.
For the first Mo reader, go to the locked door which requires the laboratory key. After calling through the vent, use the first key on the computer terminal on site. So,
that's the one I just did that.
Yeah. Number 2, in refueling room on the third basement search area.
Okay, that's the other one. I got that one. Alright, so where's the last?
After placing the supply container, you have to cross the area to go to the left. Enter the bedroom to find the last remote.
The where?
The loading area? So after placing the supply container.
Oh, okay. I think that's what I'm about to do right now. Okay. Oh, fuck. I just remember what this part is.
Part where you can't really know.
Yeah. And like every time you shoot a gun, there's like a chance of like it going off and shit. So, I'm gonna save again.
I can hear the squatcho.
I can't. Where are you going?
Yelling at the TV.
Why?
Because he got killed like 11.
Perfect. Squatch to play nothing but rot his brain with the Call of Duties. Why? I'm not eating sugar. What do you eat? What do you eat, nerds?
Nerds.
Why are you eating nerds?
Because I like nerds. They're small, chewy, well they're not chewy. But they are tasty and great flavor. There's only one of nerds.
I'm aware.
I love nerds! I'm gonna go get some more.
Go. Sad little man.
Ah.
There you are. Good boy. Come in. It's actually kind of harder.
Why?
Because the new controls, she runs as a normal thing. So now you have to just kind of lightly tap her. Where's your water? Already? What the hell?
I told him the exact same thing. Great grandparents, of course, told my great grandparents. Get fucked.
You telling me that? Why?
No, I'm telling you, I told Squatch for that.
Ah, what'd he say?
Like, no.
Most of these reports. Good now? Thank you. Well, I have to... Cool. Very good. We'll do that again. Fuck off! Bug cleanup. I think they like melt away.
Just technical. Master of unlocking.
Master of unlocking the way to a clean house.
Yeah, I'm not best to over here somewhere.
Okay, we'll have to go back to the end of this time. No! Son of a bitch. I'll be alive, but now I'm not shot. Really? He's over here. Yep. I'm gonna go get the ammo disc. God damn it! Okay. That away. That is a save again. No, I have to do that no more. Acid shells and the last ammo disc. There. Sorry, Jill, after your investigation, we just don't think you were a star anymore.
Why?
Because you're talking bad against Umbrella, and I can't have that happen in my town. I'm gonna need you to turn in your gun and your badge. For your complimentary parking? Have a good day. You know, I was thinking,
Come on.
I need your gun and your badge. I can't give you my gun. Why not? I left it in a box in the mansion. Along with the standard issue shotgun that Richard had. I kept a grenade launcher though, that Forrest was in. No? That not good enough for you?
I need that gun.
It's blown up, sir.
I
It's blown up.
Go.
It's blown up. It does not exist anymore, sir.
Go find the pieces. Reassemble them. Bring it back. You haven't seen it.
Bro. There you go. Get fucked. The old Sebastian way.
GameCube.
Cool.
What the fuck?
Oh my. Oh. Ow! Still doing fine. This is the lab self-destruct mechanism. It's huge. Okay. One last thing to do. Actually, two things, but the other one will be done in rapid succession after this. Technically, we're in an underground lab, so the underground dance party hasn't stopped. So I don't approve your underground dance parties.
The Raves.
Especially the zombies.
The Raves. They're not dancing.
It's the exact same.
Okay.
It's just it doesn't matter. Do you not understand? I don't think I'll need it. Of course, that could be a famous last word. You never know. Okay.
When did this happen?
In July of 1998. Are you talking about the story?
Jill,
Barry.
you could have at least waited up for me, no?
Well, you know, after you pointed your magnum in my face, and you didn't answer my questions like her, and you left me to die in a hole. Like, you know, like, what do you like? The funny thing is that Jill didn't say, hey, you know, I found Wesker's face on a fucking slide.
Full.
What?
Same sound effect as the doors and goddamn.
Wesker!
Thank you, Barry.
And it's the same sound effect that was
What
in
do
the
you
original
know?
Resident Evil 2, so...
Oh, don't blame Barry for everything. I hear that his better half and 2 lovely daughters will be in danger if he doesn't do everything I tell him to.
Wesker, you're pathetic.
I gotta.
Well, you shouldn't worry too much,
The big
dear.
door unlocks,
You'll
but
be free
his
of
cell
all this
door
anyway.
doesn't unlock until the emergency.
Why
system
eliminate
goes on.
stars?
So if I go do it
Believe
now,
it or
I just
not,
go up to Chris and
that's
be like,
Umbrella's intention.
I'll get you out, and then you leave.
You're just a slave of Umbrella.
Smart girl.
So it's not
But
necessary.
I think
at
you
this point.
misunderstand me. The things you mention are nothing. I'll burn all of them along with this entire laboratory. Barry, go up on the ground and wait there.
Barry.
You gotta love Barry. He must really be afraid of Umbrella.
You and Umbrella took his family. You bastard. Oh!
Umbrella? Well, I used some carrots and sticks to cow him, but it had
Personally, he
nothing
likes
to do with
carrots more than
Umbrella.
sticks. He ate them
I
up,
just used
but
Barry for my
I
personal
swear to God, as
interests.
fast as I've ever seen him.
Though both you and Barry seem to think I was following
See how he
Umbrella's
does the hot
orders.
What? What are you planning?
The hot dog contest.
I guess it's time
Don't
for
you like
show
it?
and tell.
700 hot dogs in 15 minutes.
Jesus!
The last record was 693. I think he can beat it.
Somehow that's a lot worse than this.
Is this the big tank with a giant hot dog in it?
Oh my god.
This will be separated into 7 individual hot dogs. But it has the meat and the weight of over 600 pounds. There's Marvel in it. It's my big giant
It's
wiener.
magnificent.
Don't you like my big giant wiener?
For the
Joe?
sake of this thing.
It's a wiener. I told you already.
You know, I hate goodbyes.
Barry!
You lied. I
Forgive
only ate 692.
No, you're not to
The last one
blame.
was
It's
Jimmy,
Umbrella
because I
and
didn't have
Wesker.
Even if it meant my family, I couldn't bear turning my back on my friends again. Shit!
Don't turn the wiener into a bunch of individual ones to turn into a really hulking man. Thank you. Jokers again.
That's the name of the title.
Damn it!
Jill and Barry together. In hell.
You want a piece of me?
Is that a piece of
Who the fuck are you?
Premature.
PC Douglas. Oh.
He is after like 4, right?
No,
Yeah,
Barry!
he's
You viral cultured freak.
5 and like one other thing, and then like all of the mercenaries and all that.
Oh, just
Oh,
got bitched on.
I probably shouldn't have just stood there.
Ooh.
Damn. Guess they got a whole bunch more for later.
Crosswords.
No, I meant like the other fight. This one will take as long. Oh fuck. Oh.
Famous last words?
Ow! Fuck you. See, this one's not as long. He goes down really quickly. But another door is unlocked. I like that sound effect too, because they used it in Dino Crisis. What a pathetic way to die. He's holding something. Observation notes. Discovery of the G virus is in fact 21 years after the administration. Wow, they did not. They did not spell it correctly in this one. Apparently, it's part of the prognator virus. The protoparasite, which is in the laboratory in France, submitted to a sample specimen. The sample specimen took the parasite without showing any signs of action. The lack of reaction was an unsolved mystery. Now everything's clear to me now. That was incubating this sample specimen's body for 21 years. Incubated the state prototype suddenly mutated, evolved, way more appropriate way to describe it. Gave me insight. Able to derive a method to create G that surpasses the performance of D. And this breakthrough that will change the rules forever. You know, you see the look on Alexia's annoying face when I finally announced my research. Unfortunately, Wait a few more years to verify my findings. William Barkin. He's not dead, though, even though she says what a pathetic way to die. He does die in other specifics.
Barry! Barry! You're okay.
Jill.
Did he stick the wiener in my mouth? God, please tell me the truth.
Careless of me.
No?
Thank
Wesker.
you. And now
He's gone.
First, let's just get out of here.
There's like nothing else here. The creatures too hideous to describe would be creating such monstrosities.
Self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel must evacuate immediately. Deactivating and releasing.
Wesker must have set it off. Let's hurry.
Imagine you're Chris right now, you haven't seen anybody like nothing, and then it goes off
I'm definitely.
Wesker ain't coming back for me. He locked me in the cell and left me here. He ain't coming back for me. I'm so gonna fucking die.
Self-destruct system has been activated.
I'll run on ahead because cutscenes.
Deactivating and releasing all logs. The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel must evacuate immediately. Deactivating and releasing all logs.
I don't know. Should be something crazy one day.
The self-destruct system has been
You
activated.
shouldn't say this. You can
All
just say what's
personnel
there.
must evacuate immediately.
Let me
Deactivating
take another.
and releasing
Well,
all
this
logs.
doesn't matter either. Stay upstairs. We should at least put the potatoes on the table on the box.
System has been activated. All
Yeah.
personnel must evacuate
Oh shit.
What?
I didn't pay very
and releasing all logs.
Yeah, it's part of it.
The self-destruct system has been activated.
Woo!
All personnel deactivating and releasing all logs. The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel must evacuate immediately. Deactivating and releasing all logs.
Probably dead too.
The
They're
self-destruct
gonna have a
system
side
has
piece
been
of that.
activated. All personnel
Probably
must
dead
evacuate.
too.
She's definitely.
Deactivating and releasing all logs.
So now we're gonna have that life.
The self-destruct system has been activated.
The door's open. Hey, hey!
Deactivating and releasing all logs.
My shadow is doing some crazy shit.
The lights.
The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel must evacuate immediately.
Who dat?
Deactivating
Who did? No,
Wesker, is that you?
Wesker, don't leave me with the belt again.
Jill,
Chris, you're okay.
glad to see you are too.
activated.
Anything on Wesker?
We'll talk later. First, let's get going.
Deactivating
Imagine.
all logs.
Thank you. Thank you. Get that ass one more time. Thank you. Thank you all.
All personnel.
Oh my god, what is that?
I don't know. It's some sort of weird bug. Like,
All
It
logs.
has a human skull.
yeah, it's like a bug-human hybrid.
Oh. Oh dear.
Self-destruct
Oh.
system has been activated.
I haven't found any official documents to talk about, but I know in the game
Come on,
manual.
let's go.
What's a game manual? Don't worry about it. We'll talk later.
The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel must evacuate immediately.
I remember when we get down here. There's one of them. I think this one has it too in the original Resident Evil. You get to the end of the lab, because it happens in 2 too. There's some naked zombies. Yeah. And it goes on. But they're so pixelated, it doesn't even matter. You can't touch it. What?
I don't know exactly.
Pretty sure there are. But there, again, you can't tell. You really can't unless you really look at them.
The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel must evacuate immediately.
They're like messed up.
And
But they are.
all logs.
Good.
The self-destruct system has been activated.
Yeah.
All personnel must evacuate
I mean, you know,
immediately.
it's there.
Deactivating and releasing
What are you gonna
all
do?
logs.
Go on, launchers.
Oh!
The self-destruct system has been activated.
Should I take another first aid spray?
Deactivating and releasing all
Really?
logs.
Oh! You shot me in the dick! Oh my god, I thought you were a zombie! No, you asshole! Oh! I'm just dirty because I'm trying to survive the actual zombie! Oh! Oh, it hurts so much! Oh my god! Oh!
Why? What's shooting you in the face?
Oh my god, why do you have to do this?
Just never mind.
You're Chris. You're from the Story People. I'll remember this.
Come on, come on, hurry!
I never spoke about Chris and Edward.
Kill them. Okay. I was just really like, oh, dude. Really? Shotgun ammo? Get the fuck out of here.
This is Brad. I'm running out of fuel. If there's anyone alive, contact me now or just give me a sign. I repeat, this is your last chance.
All personnel must evacuate immediately.
Wrong.
Deactivating and releasing all logs.
Oh, fuck. I have to pick that up.
System has been activated. All personnel must evacuate immediately. Deactivating and releasing all logs.
Fine.
The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel must evacuate immediately. Deactivating and releasing all logs.
Keep it in mind.
3 minutes to detonation.
Damn it! We're almost there! Jill, you just get in contact with Brad.
No!
We can make it. Jill, ladies first.
Chris!
Would you let me have my moments too?
I spent most of the goddamn
All right.
time stuck in a
We'll rendezvous at the
cell.
heliport.
Just let me have my moments, dude. 6 years later. Revelation. Just on the side.
It's your moment. It's all you.
It's all you. He's tough as hell. Go. I don't want none of it. In like a couple years, it won't even matter because you'll be dead and I'll have to show up and like save you and you'll still be alive and yeah, all that. Signal rockets? Not just like big flares. It sounds like some on your
Jill!
fucking chopper.
You made it!
No!
Isn't there some sort of quick thing you gotta do here before you get your ass whooped?
Nope.
Like when he runs at you as soon as it starts.
Oh! Oh shit! What happens is if you just like stand there and shoot him right before he hits Barry, he fucking turns around and just like goes right after you. But I moved, so now he just fucking whacked the shit out of Barry.
You gonna live or die?
I'm not really sure right now.
Okay.
God! Fuck off,
I see
bro.
movement. So yeah,
Ooh! Oh. Hey, guess what?
Jill, use it! Kill it, whatever it is!
Thank you, Brad. You're not completely useless. Okay. Barry, distracted. Oh my god, I need to line up the shot so I know how to fucking hit. Get fucked! Beat Jill, play this game, go through it, right? Beat it, blow up the tyrant, just like that, no big deal. Go back through again, beat Chris, do all this shit the hard way, go through all that again, hit the tyrant, fire a rocket off, be fucking surprised his first rocket, he goes, thunk, and you're like, and he fucking runs at you, and you're like, no!
oh my god.
Then you gotta shoot him again, and then he blows up. I swear to fucking God, the first time I ever played this game, you shoot the rocket at him, and fucking you just shoot the rocket at him. No problem, blows up. I'm like, alright, let me do the game as Chris. And I'm going through all the shit, it's harder, all that fucking stupid shit, and we get to the tyrant, and it fucking and the rocket goes, and I'm just like, oh! Because immediately, like, right after that, this fucking full-on charged me. And I'm like, run!
Son of a bitch.
I was like, fuck, man. Are you goddamn serious? So, I'm okay. Just like it was like the one of those moments where you like shit yourself because you were so confident this shit was over, and you're just like, oh yeah, take this, you mother, oh fuck, go no. I remember look at my face like, oh my god, no, I'm gonna die now. I'm really kind of confused. Like, okay. There's a Resident Evil 3 costume. Yeah. And you unlock that, like, now. And then she has one they call, like, the Sarah Connor costume. Because it kind of looks like Sarah Connor's costume from the second Terminator, but not completely. Anyways, like, out of all this, right? Like, see, Peter Jessup, that's Wesker in this one. And he's in a different game that's, like, been somewhat recent, because I saw that name and I'm like, I know that name. And I'm like, oh, he was Wesker from Resident Evil 1. And he doesn't have the weird half British accent. Which is really weird because in the original Resident Evil he didn't have it either. In the remake he didn't have it either, but every other game he has it. But anyways, I'm really confused at specific Resident Evil.
Jill, you did a fine job.
Thanks, Wesker. I don't know if you heard that, but 6 hours not bad too. If I picked up the pace just a little bit and not ran around as much, then I would have gotten the pistol. It's a modified Samurai Edge. It fires a burst rounds of 3 and it's infinite ammo. Basically like Robocop's gun, basically in Resident Evil form.
I see.
And then if you beat it in 3 hours or less, you get a rocket launcher, like grenade launcher type style. So it's like a rocket launcher is just like, and it's infinite ammo too, and it's really cool. I got the closet key, so I can change my costume. That's the picture.
Yeah.
They're talking about. Anyways. So I'm really confused at the exact story immediately after Resident Evil 1, and then everything else kind of fits fine. But right after Resident Evil 1, because it's not like, oh, it was Jill's ending where Barry, Chris, and Jill escaped, or it's not, oh, it's Chris's ending where Rebecca, Jill, and Chris escaped. No, somehow it's both.
Right,
because they all made it. So you're like, wait, which one's correct? And it's kind of like, which one's correct? The Chris ending or the Jill ending? And they look at you and they go, yes. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's how it feels. Fucking shit. So, like, well, okay, for the most part, most of the things are non-consequential. Jill makes it, Chris makes it, Barry makes it, and Rebecca makes it. They're the only ones left. Okay, fine. Everybody makes it. But who stopped Wesker then? Chris or Jill? Who was locked up in a cell all the time? Chris or Jill? How did Richard die? By the giant snake or by the giant shark? Because Richard dies by the shark. With Chris. Where was Barry the whole time? Where was Rebecca the whole time? Were they doing still sort of their things, but not completely? Like, most of them are just, like, little annoying questions that are just kind of stupid. Because now you'd be like, well, this one happened this way, and this one happened this way. But did that mean no one was saved in the cell and they just kind of all met up at the end?
I'd like to think he died. And the snake on him. He was shaking him. Then he got too close. And then the shark came out and then ripped the other half.
But the snake's in the attic. The shark is in the residence of the Aqua Wing. Way the fuck over there! Is this like that weird GTA mod we saw where the shark just came out of the floor and, like, took him?
Yes.
No.
What's the other bigger body of water?
Which one? What do you mean?
The thing outside of the courtyard or whatever?
It's just like this big, like, waterfall, like, pond thing.
Oh. Oh, maybe he swam out to the pipes. They both met up at the courtyard.
But that's not where Richard dies! In either of them! So, you're either proposing A, as the snake killed Richard in the attic, the shark jumped out from underneath in the attic and killed him by ripping him in half. Or B, when Chris reached the Aqua Ring and Richard pushed Chris out of the way, Neptune grabbed onto one side of Richard and then the snake somehow appeared in the Aqua Ring through some sort of weird magic trick and they ripped him apart and then the snake swam back. Sort of.
Sharknado, man.
Like, there's just certain things. Like, in this one, that's the funny thing, is that after this, you're kind of like Resident Evil 2, like, oh, okay, Chris made it. That's all that matters, because Claire's there for getting Chris, right? 3 happens, and then Jill's alive, and you're like, cool, Jill made it. So Chris saved Jill, or Jill saved Chris. Then Barry shows up, and you go, okay, so it's Jill's. But then there's the mutation of Rebecca making it, and you're like, now she's definitely alive because there's movies with her in it. You know.
And Barry in Revelations 2. He's a playable character.
The funny thing is I don't remember how the books handle it. Because I've read the books. But I know for a fact Rebecca has like her own books on the side.
Oh, right, because then there's like the one about the beach and stuff in the lighthouse?
Right. But they have Barry later. I don't remember how the books handle it. It's really sad because once the books got to like Resident Evil 4, I think, that was like the last one. And then keep doing them. Like novelizations of the game. But the 1, 2, 3, Code Veronica, and I think they did 0, 2, and then they did the 2 on the side. Rebecca in Maine at a lighthouse, and then 1 later, she's with Leon at this other place. And that's like it. And then after that, but I had all those books. Like, I was way into it. Like, as big of a Metal Gear Solid fan I am, like, Resident Evil is literally like a tiptoe underneath it. There's like,
would you imagine novelizations of Killing Them?
what are you talking about? They exist. I've read them. I've read the first one.
Oh.
There's a second one too. I think I actually had the second one and I read it.
Because all I remember is like the one for like the first Metal.
There's one for Metal Gear Solid. There's one for Metal Gear Solid 2. I think I had it. I think I read it. I did. I had both of them and I read both of them. I have no idea if they have 3, 4, or 5. If they have 3, 4, or 5, like 3 I understand, 4 though, like, that book's gotta be like
I just remember
under the dome length. That book was 1,000-something pages.
I just remember reading one about like fucking the very, very first movie, the one in Zanzibar. No, not Zanzibar. The other place. Outer Heaven.
Yeah, you have Outer Heaven base, but not Zanzibar Land, Outer Heaven country.
Yes.
I don't remember that book, but I know they existed. But there was a Metal Gear Solid book. I read it. There was a Metal Gear Solid 2 book. I read it.
I think they should do it for at least the Phantom Pain.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if there are. It's just,
just so they could have like an actual.
Because when Resident Evil 4 came out and stuff like that, and like you start getting to that point, is when you stop going to bookstores, you start just going online.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised if there are books for them. They're just all digital or whatnot. I remember going into Barnes & Noble and going to the video game section. I remember looking at the Resident Evil books, looking at the Mass Effect books. I remember there was Halo books. I didn't read them, but there were video game novelization books, and I was way into them. And I was really happy with most of them. But what are you doing?
Nothing.
I don't even know what that's for.
For the move.
Oh, okay. Anyways, thank you all for stopping by and being with us for this last bit of tidbit. The rest of Resident Evil's stories is actually pretty straightforward. Even when there are different choices in the story of whatever, there's not that much difference in anything. Like Resident Evil 2 puts another weird plot point. Did Sherry get whatever or not by her dad? She doesn't get the G-Virus implanted into her in one of the stories, but she does in the other one. But obviously, it's true that she did, because by 6 she has that ability. So there's a specific one. But of course, the Resident Evil 2 remake is going to probably change that to a point where she's always going to get that way. Or some other thing, you know what I mean? 3 has different choices, but it really only boils down to who saves Jill to get out of the city. Is it Carlos commandeering a chopper, or is it Barry coming to pick them up?
Isn't it Barry?
No, there's two different endings.
Oh.
It's either there's a chopper outside and Carlos is able to fly it out, or Barry comes and picks you guys up. Resident Evil 4 is straightforward. You don't. There's no difference with that one. Same thing with 5 and 6, right? Yeah. And Code Veronica is the same way. Like they're all straight, unless actually technically Code Veronica has two different endings, but it's really been erased over. Okay. Code Veronica for Dreamcast.
Oh.
Comes out, right? Wesker comes back, all that, he has kind of powers, but just straight up, you know that part, you play Code Veronica? You didn't play Code Veronica? I guess we have to do that. This is the first time I ever realized how badass Wesker really was. Like this game, I was like, this is fucking crazy, but I like it. No. Code Veronica is when you go, oh, fuck. Because you're kind of like, he's not only he's still alive, but there's some weird shit. So basically what happens is, like, you're Claire at some point, and you're on the French, they talk about the French facility, you're in the French facility, basically, but you're on the prison, like, one where the Ashfords are, like, headed up, right? And you're going through, but the island got attacked at some point by something. Well, the island got attacked by Wesker's high capture force, like the HCF, right? So he shows up at one point, and, like, Claire is, like, walking the dimension, he's just like, greetings, and you're like, who the fuck are you? And then he walks in the frame, you're like, and he's like, I knew your brother well, and she's kind of like, are you Wesker? What the fuck? And then, like, he grabs her by the throat, and it's like gonna beat her ass, but he gets like a I don't know, alert or something. So he's like, I gotta go, but I'm coming back for you later. And she's like, she kind of looks at him, and then his eyes flash red, and you're like, whoa, what the fuck? And then he proceeds to do this fucking run and like jump like fucking like feet up like over this fucking like 12-foot wall and like go over it, and you're like, what? So later in the game, in the Dreamcast version, you go to Alexia, and this, by now you're like in a whole different place. But you go to Alexia, and she's coming down like the stairs or whatever, and like by then Chris has got caught up to Claire, and they were together, but they got separated. So Chris was like recovering this main hallway, which looks like the entranceway of this mansion. It's supposed to kind of look like that, or the old version anyway. And she's sitting in the hallway, and Lexi comes out, and then Wesker comes in, and you're like Chris in the corner, like watching this shit, like, oh fuck. And he's like, Wesker's like, she's like laughing at him, and of course it's Resident Evil like bad, like you know,
voice acting.
Not voice acting, but script. Like the voice acting. The voice acting's fine, and the guy who they got for Wesker for those ones is actually really good. His name is I don't know. It was the guy right before DC Douglas, though. Like from Code Veronica on until DC Douglas took over, he was the one. Richard Log or something. I don't remember. Anyways, maybe I'm wrong with that, but
Richard Gere?
No. Anyways. So it's bad wording, but he's like, you're responsible for the T. Veronica virus. The only last sample is in your body, and he just looks at her and he goes, I want it now. And it's kind of like, I need what's in your blood. Just pour that shit out on me. Like, I need it right now. She's walking down the stairs looking like perfectly normal dressed. Like, oh yeah, no problem. You know. And she goes, you want it? You can handle its power. And she's good. Like, her voice actress isn't good either. It's just this weird-ass fucking, like, thing, right? It's like Claire, okay? It's like Alyssa Ashford, or whatever the hell her name is, right? Who's done Claire forever, except for Revelations 2. Like, she's never been that bad at voice acting. She's always been great. But her lines, So, what happens is that Alexia goes through her first transformation. And in the Dreamcast version, she just straight up bitch slaps Wesker in the face, and he drops, and he's just dead. Sort of. Something. He's down. Like, he's out. It's over. He's done. And Chris has to get up and fight. And you're kind of like, well, okay. That was kind of stupid. Have him come back from the dead, have him be all bad, jumping over walls and shit, and he just gets bitch slapped once. And like, oh. That's great. In the book was written before the PlayStation 2 version of Code Veronica came out. And it has him escaping by jet anyways. You just don't have, like, this big thing. Because when the PlayStation 2 version came out, it was called Code Veronica X. And it came out on, like, the 10th anniversary, or like an anniversary of Resident Evil of some sort. It wasn't like, I don't think it was 10, because that would have made it 2005, and that's not right. Maybe it was 5 years or so, I don't remember. But when it came out, it was called Code Veronica X. It actually came with a disc called Wesker's Report. And it was Wesker talking about detailing all the other, like the original one, and then like 2 and 3 is how he was behind the scenes and like watching Sherry and like wanting to get her and talking all this other shit. So when X happens and you get to that point, what happens instead? What happens instead is when she bitch slaps Wesker, he does this backflip and he fucking lands on his legs, and he's like, and you're like, oh fuck, and she jumps down, and he fucking, like, she tries to light him on fire, and he kind of gets caught a little bit, like, on his arm, right? But in order to get away from it, this bitch runs up the wall, does a side stuff, jumps off it, and fucking cracks her in the face, like, as hard as possible. And then he's, like, on the ground, and he has to, like, arm out, you're like, and then he looks at you, and you're like, he's like, Chris, Wesker, since you're one of my best men, I let you handle this. And then he walks out, and then you're like, fuck. So you drop him, and then you go through all the bullshit, and you kill Alexia again, and unlike in Code Veronica where you just get in, like, jet with Claire and you, like, fly away, no big deal, what happens this time is that when you go back out, fucking Wesker's got Claire, and he's like, alright, we got shit to hit you with, move, and he, like, throws her down the hallway, and you gotta, like, run down this hallway, which is funny, it's all cutscene. Like, it's just this big-ass cutscene instead of, like, you playing Chris, but it's badass, like, he's running down the hallway, like, getting zombies all the way, and he's fucking at, like, this submarine with fucking Claire, and he's like, and Claire's like, come on, you don't even want her, you want me, and he's like, alright, fine. And he, like, throws it at her, and Chris is like, go, I'll handle this shit. And fucking Chris fights Wesker, like, on this dock. And what he does is, the first thing he does is, like, as Wesker approaches him, he takes this pipe off the side and fucking just cracks him in the face with it. And, like, his glasses fly off, and Wesker's like this. And then he goes back to hit him again, and Wesker's just like... like, and then, for the next, like, 5 minutes, it's Wesker beating on Chris. Like, not even, like... It's not, like, serious, like, gonna kill Chris. It's more like... One time, he's literally, like, Chris is like, oh, and he's like, he picks his hand up and he's like, like, he kind of just, like, toying with him, but it's, like, kind of funny. And then at one point, like, Chris realizes, like, Wesker is standing under all these fucking steel beams, and he's like, fuck, it's my only chance. So he fucking, like, dodges a thing from Wesker who's, like, actually gonna hit him with, like, this fucking power move thing. And he dodges and he hits this thing, and Wesker just looks up and just... And you're like, well, no problem. Glad I could... Oh, motherfucker. Wesker gets up, and it's really funny, because he's this, like... Sorry it's gonna sound... But he's this thing, he got up like this, he's... Right? And you're like, oh fuck, he's the goddamn Terminator. Right? And he's got this smile on his face. But, even though that, like, badass thing and everything, first thing he does is he's... Wesker's like, okay, I might have got hit a little hard there. He looks at it, nice try. And then the explosion happens, and like, Wesker's face gets like fucking burned all up in this shit. And they get separated, and they're like, till we meet again. And like, you know, then the ending happens. So for a long time, in between like Code Veronica and 5, you weren't sure if Wesker had this really fucked up deformed face now. But he heals like a motherfucker, so it didn't happen.
What the fuck?
That's what Code Veronica X is. Like, that's why it's kind of low on my list. Not because it's a bad game, just because it's supposed to be this one where you're like, this is fucked up. This is another part of Umbrella. You've got these twins that are fucking running this shit, and she's powerful as fuck, and Wesker's still alive and all that stuff, right? But instead, you go away with Wesker doing zany shit, getting blown up, have half a face. Oh, guess what? Alfred's cross-dressing as Alexia. What the fuck? Sorry, I just skipped over that part. That wasn't that important to this part of the story.
Okay.
And you got this kid that looks like proto Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh no.
Who then gets he literally in the Dreamcast version had like Leonardo DiCaprio's hair. And then when they did X, they changed his hair a bit. So he didn't look so much like Leonardo DiCaprio, like Titanic era, but it still really was. And then at the end of it, he gets turned into this fucking, because he gets injected with the shit, you know, because they capture him, and he tries to like, oh, and then fucking, he basically almost kills Claire, but then he's like, no, I love Claire, so like, he fucking chops everything, he's like, I love you, and then he dies. And then Wesker's like, at the very end, he's like, Claire's like, you're a monster kind of thing, like, after he releases her, like, and he's like, well, I still have Steve. And you're like, what do you mean fucking have Steve? He's dead. And you're gonna like, he's like, I got his body. And you're like, well, fuck you, man. Like I'm telling you, it's supposed to be that one where you're like there's all this shit happening and there's just revelations of like Birkin basically literally like feuding with a fucking 12-year-old girl who's smarter than him because Alexia was like that young and developing like the virus and everything. And the Ashfords, like, you know, Spencer and the Ashfords and Marcus, who's the other guy that you don't find out until Zero, like all that shit and everything, right? And it's like this big revelation like game with like all these other things to it. But really you take away the cross-dressing, the Wesker guy, Hops, Steve's I Love You, like weird Leonardo DiCaprio version, the fact that Leon apparently just answers emails now, another side note. Claire was looking for Chris. Couldn't find Chris, got captured by Umbrella, got sent there as a prison thing, right? So she breaks out. Breaks out with Steve because of like the whole island getting attacked. Sends email to Leon telling him to send help. So, if we take this the way it should, or we take this the way it is, Claire has been looking for Chris. And in the game, I think it's only like 4 or 5 months after Raccoon City. Claire's been looking for Chris for about half a year. She went through one hell and was going through another hell. And all it took was her to go, Leon, I need help. And then he's like, I got somebody. And then he sent Chris. I mean, obviously it's not exactly that way, but that's basically kind of what it is. So you're kind of like, at the end of it, you're like, she was looking for him going to the other Umbrella facility, but she didn't find him. He was just gone. And then when she's in help, he's like, your sister needs help. Why? Because she was looking for you. I'm fucking right here. We'll go get her.
Oh!
Again, it's not exactly that way, but the good thing is that the Wii's then did those rail shooter ones, where it's the Umbrella Chronicles and the Darkside Chronicles, and they kind of pushed all the stories enough together because they're just rail shooters, and it actually makes more sense that way. And it fills in a bunch of little gaps too, and they're actually really fun games for just stupid little rail shooters. You can get them on the PS3, I think. Yeah.
I thought they were just a Wii.
No, then they came out of the PS3, you use moves. I think. And in the Dark Side Chronicles, like, you get the linear launcher halfway through the game that bitch is OP as fuck. So you're just destroying fucking things with linear launchers for the rest of the game. Except for, like, at first, because it's slow as fuck, but then you just upgrade the fucking speed on that bullshit. It goes, you upgrade the speed so fast that it takes longer to charge than to be ready for another shot. Like, because there's a reload, it's one shot at a time, so at first you're like, but like, by the end of it, you're like, and you're still waiting for it to charge. It takes 1 second to reload it and 1.5 to recharge it, so, but it destroys fucking anything it touches. So, this is the linear launcher. You might be, for a whole different reason that you won't understand, but you might understand what the linear launcher is. Because it's the last one you get in Code Veronica. It's that Destroy Worlds, but you only use it on Alexia, so it's like, yeah. But in that game, you got a whole third segment. Where, like, you're fucking Leon and Krauser, and, like, you're shooting through fucking T. Veronica shit in South America.
I have no idea what that's about, but yeah.
I can't remember exactly, but it's like the mission where Krauser gets injured, and it's basically like, you're not gonna be able to work anymore, and then he's like, fuck, and then, like, right after that, Wesker's like, I can give you a job. If you don't mind becoming a freak. It's like that mission is like that. And it's 2 years before Resident Evil 4. Anyways, thank you all for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow with something else. Tomorrow,
Like cross-dressing Ashford, man. I don't know.
Oh, we'll go through it. So you understand. I think is it the last Resident Evil you haven't played now?
That's on the consoles? Yeah.
Yeah. On the consoles? What other one would there be that's not on the consoles?
Revelations?
Yeah, but well. So yeah, you've played all of them except for Code Veronica.
I think so.
It just has one of those moments where you're like, you know, you're on the other side of this glass and this guy's on the side like, help me, and you can't do it, and then he gets killed.
What?
That happens.
Okay. Doesn't that happen a lot? Didn't that happen in 6? But it was with cameras instead? On Leon's thing?
It's gonna happen in the remake. No, sort of. You go there and you kind of get to him and then he gets cut in half.
Oh yeah.
Okay, it doesn't matter. The point is... there's some shit that is fucked up and it's weird and it's supposed to be like a serious, like, straight up Resident Evil and you're just kind of like, huh. Alright, thank you guys for watching. If you haven't already, make sure to like the video and subscribe. We'll be back tomorrow with something else. Maybe earlier because I got work at the nighttime. Either that or Just Iggy will take care of it at night when he gets home from work. 2 days. 2 days. I won't be able to get the game tomorrow. The day after, Red Dead Redemption 2, we will do that. The same day I'll still do something spooky, but in the morning. And
Cowboy going blah, blah.
At night, when Just Iggy joins me again, he'll be doing Cowboy Going Blah Blah, I guess. And then look forward to the beta for Fallout 76 next week. I played a little bit on the Xbox version, not very long, because I decided to technically pre-order both just so I could play the beta twice, but but then I found out the beta is like being held at weird, like we already knew weird ass times, but not like every day and like all that shit, and it was really stupid. But whatever, we'll play a little bit on Saturday on my Xbox, but it won't be until PlayStation next week that you'll see us play it. I don't even know how long that'll be for, and if that's gonna be like, you know, but we'll try. In either case, thank you guys so much. Make sure to subscribe and like the video, and we'll see you next time. Have a good night. Like, there's straight up a part where you're chasing Alexia. She's got a rifle at you, and you like hit her, and you have to go into the next room really quickly. You're holding for it, and you get in there, Alfred's in there, and you're like, you look at her. You're like, what the fuck? He's got all of what's makeup on still? Like, he was able to change his clothing over this. and he looks in the mirror and he's like, and like runs away crying. And you're like, your sister may have been one of the most foremost scientists in the world, but you, my friend, you are not. You are a bumbling fool, my friend. You have problems.